It's Tehachapod time. Key Budge Jeanette Pauer is back. Jeanette, welcome back to Tehachapod.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving.
I did. It was fantastic, relaxing, family-related. Just loved it. It's nice to have you back because you got busy. There's a little thing called Mountain Festival that kind of occupied some time, and so we haven't been able to get together on the regular basis that we hoped just because of the overwhelming activity that's been involved at the Chamber of Commerce.
Well, thank you. Yes, it's been a busy summer, spring, fall. It's been crazy. We had the Mountain Festival, we had the Apple Festival, we had the Fall Carnival. We've just had a lot going on, which is fantastic for our community. So, yeah.
What was the response like this year with the Fall Festival? Mm-hmm. We had done it before, but this was yours to run. And what was the community response like having the carnival as it's a separate event than the Apple Festival, but it coincides same time, same weekend?
We had a great turnout. We had lots of positive feedback. You know, there's a lot of nostalgia associated with that carnival, the lights, the sounds, and it was so beautifully done. It's a family that's owned it for close to 60 years now, I think. So it's family owned and operated. It's super neat and clean. And we had a really great positive feedback from it. We separated it from the Apple Festival because of registrations and new laws here in California pertaining to carnivals. In case something should ever happen to it, the Apple Festival could continue and the Fall Festival would be something different. So that's why we separated it, just in case. But hopefully that won't ever happen. But it was a great event.
I heard nothing but positive things about it. So congratulations on that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Now we're moving into December, and we've got our winter ahead of us, but we've got a lot of things that are going on, and it doesn't slow down business and commerce that take place here in the Tehachapi area.
No, it does not. And if you have not shopped locally and your small businesses, please do and shop often. You know, it's the small businesses in our community that support our Little League, our soccer teams, our cheerleading teams, our booster clubs. They're the ones that support our kids. And I know I had a community that helped me raise my kids, and I'm glad to give back and help someone else's. So yes, please shop local, shop often.
Let's talk about some things that are coming up on the Chamber of Commerce calendar and that we've recently had. We've had some new businesses. We've got some that are about to open.
Yes, we've been really busy, which is fantastic, and it's great to see. We have a Simply Perfect. I don't know if you've been there or not. They had their soft opening, and now they're going to have their ribbon cutting on December 1st. And Simply Perfect is a fantastic name. It is Simply Perfect. She has had custom-made candles that smell like sage and lavender. It smells like Tehachapi after a rainstorm, and they're labeled Tehachapi or Stallion Springs. There's one that's got fir and balsam in it for Bear Valley. I mean, she has given everything such consideration and thought. It's fantastic. She even has artwork that says Tehachapi Christmas with snowmen on it. And I think you're going to go in there and just find what you need for that hard to shop for person at Christmas time. It's just adorable. But that is December 1st at 4 o'clock. And that's located at 414 West Tehachapi Boulevard. And there will be a raffle prize and some refreshments, but really unique gifts for that hard to shop for person, or for someone back, home that you want to send a little bit of Tehachapi to.
That location's right next to where Midori Sushi is.
That's correct. It's right next door.
Okay, great. And then we've also had recent ribbon cuttings.
We did. Hovian Homes just had their ribbon cutting. They have model now on 233 Carmelita you can go to. They've already pre-sold several homes. The floor plans are magnificent. Single-story homes, vaulted ceilings. It's to die for. So if you don't have a realtor, go over there. And if you have one, take your realtor and get a tour. It's fantastic.
Now, as we look into 2023 around the corner, with the Chamber of Commerce, I know there's things that we're to look forward to, and there are things that people can participate in. Are we going to see the lunches continue?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, January 17th or 18th, I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's the 18th. The city, Greg Garrett will be giving a presentation on a year at a glance. What was 2022 like and what they're going to look forward to in 2023? That's always really important to know as a business owner and really as a resident. What's the future? What's our direction? Where are we going? Where we've been and what our accomplishments are. So that will be really a great luncheon. And in February 25th, we're going to have our recognition dinner where we recognize the Citizen of the Year, Small Business of the Year, Large Business of the Year. And then this year, we're adding nonprofits because our nonprofit community here is just so strong, and they really do so much. I kind of tell people they're a little bit of a litmus test. They identify problems and concerns, and then they come up with the solutions to help. So we are really excited to add our nonprofits to it as well.
Very nice. Now, I know we've also, you and I have had some discussions about things that we hope to do, so maybe some training events and things like that, because the Chamber of Commerce, you look at this as supporting our local small businesses and things that they may need and how they can grow and prosper and working together. Is there anything that we can talk about or tease that is kind of out there in the planning stages?
Well, in the planning stages, we're doing lunch and learns. I know that we are going to teach social market media, Canva. Saracosa is actually providing someone who specializes and teaches an accredited class who's going to give an intro to that. We're going to teach Google Dropbox or Google Drive, Dropbox, DocuSign for digital storing of documents and accessibility of documents. We are going to have someone teach cybersecurity as far as the best practices pertaining to email, website, how to keep your information safe, because we also deal with our clientele's information. So it's important that you keep your information and their information safe. We have an IT specialist who's going to teach that. We have Excel best practices class kind of being set up. And these are introductory classes. So if you have more questions, the individual who's teaching the class can help you with it on a one-to-one basis later. These are things to help you streamline, automate your process, help you maybe even time block. That's my classes on time blocking and how to not get so overwhelmed by a big project. You break it down into digestible pieces and time block it out. So we're hoping to have at least 6 classes that are on the books right now. I'm hoping to have 7. So that's 7 luncheons, 7 lunch and learns. I've got a few more plans. I'm not quite ready yet because they're still in that amoebic stage of planning. Hopefully by February, I should have those all firmed up.
See, and that's right around the corner. But
Yes,
it's also time for businesses to think about, if they're not a member, to join. And you've just mentioned so many things that you've got that you're putting together for members. So if there are businesses, do they need to have a brick and mortar store to be a member of the Chamber of Commerce?
No, they do not. They can be a home business. They can have an internet business. This is a phenomenal time of the year to assess the general health of your organization, to kind of do a forensic accounting, if you will, of where your strengths are, where your weaknesses are, to help identify that and move forward. And maybe most importantly, goal setting. You know, without goals, you don't know how your business is really doing and progressing forward. And that's part of what the Chamber does as well. I've met with several businesses, small businesses, this last month. On Fridays, that's what I tend to do. And I'll sit with them and listen to what their concerns are and where they want to go. And sometimes that's what the best thing that the Chamber does is network. I don't know the answer necessarily, but this person will. And help you grow your business and make it stronger and help you trim the fat and maybe even give it a little boost.
Love that.
Yes.
So if there is someone listening that says, hey, I should look at joining the Chamber or coming back to the Chamber, how do they reach out and contact you?
The best way is to text me, and that's 661-238-8177. Just text me. I always have my phone with me, and I'll text and respond. Or you can email me at chamber@tehachapi.com. And just come in and talk to me and see how I can help you.
And then we should also mention too, even though we're here, this is the City of Tehachapi's podcast, and we're talking about Tehachapi businesses, we're talking about greater Tehachapi.
That's correct.
Is the entire zip code is what you work with.
Yep, Stallion Springs, Bear Valley, Golden Hills, Old Town, Sand Canyon, although there's not a lot of businesses in Sand Canyon, but those are the home businesses that we're talking about. In a lot of those cases, they just need internet accessibility or website design. But yes, we are having a website that is going to hopefully be up and running here for the new year, and it's going to help promote our businesses as well. We're really excited about next year, but yes, it's the whole area, the whole shebang.
Okay, perfect. Well, before we get into 2023, I guess we still should look at what's happening here in December, here in 2022. And there's a little thing that you host, and it's the Christmas Parade. But the entire day is filled with activities on Saturday, December 3rd.
Yes, it is. The whole day is filled from breakfast to evening time with activities for the whole family. And it's just a great experience, and it really reflects our community values and what's important to us, which is family and community.
Well, let's kind of break it down. So we're going to see the Rotary Club is hosting Breakfast with Santa, and that starts at 8 o'clock, and that runs to, I think, 10 a.m., and that's over at the Aspen Builder Center, the gym there at West Park. And then we've got The Friends of the Depot are hosting at the Historic Depot on Tehachapi Boulevard from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Photographs with Santa. They'll have a photographer in. You can have the kids' portrait done with Santa Claus. There's also the museum will be open, and they have their bake sale, which is a huge fundraiser for them. And then I think this is pretty cool. We've got the Tehachapi Hometown Christmas, which we announced, but it actually got other businesses in our area to get involved.
Absolutely.
And we're going to close Green Street and have a kind of a Christmas-themed festival and activities and things for families and kids to do. But we really tied in with our local business corridor. And you've helped us with that. And you're doing a contest for businesses. And then we've asked the businesses to think about having in-store specials that day because we're going to drive people downtown. So one of the businesses that I thought was pretty cool that jumped on board was the Hitching Post Theater. So at 12:30 and 2 o'clock, Will, the owner, says, I'm going to find a Christmas movie and offer it for free for families. So at 12:30 and 2 o'clock, A Charlie Brown Christmas will be at the Hitching Post Theater, and he'll have the snack bar open. I thought there's a cool tie-in. You know, it's Christmas themed, and it's a small business. We're sending people downtown. When we look at small business and how they participate, and they've got an event, there's an opportunity for small businesses when we've got an event downtown, we're bringing people, for them to showcase themselves. We've got a list of different businesses on Tehachapi Boulevard, Green Street, F Street that surround this event that's going to take place. There's going to be some positive energy that we can send to these small businesses. And you talked about the importance of small business here in Tehachapi.
Yeah, our small businesses are the backbone of this community. They really are. And it's what makes us so unique and so charming and just so enjoyable to walk downtown. The small businesses are also the first ones to raise their hands to contribute to the community. So it doesn't surprise me at all that they're excited about having the free movie. And can you even talk about the Charlie Brown Christmas without hearing the music in the background?
I know. It's going to be cool.
I can't even talk about it without hearing that soundtrack. But yeah, they're excited to participate. They're excited to celebrate the season. They're excited to have people come into their shops and show the community what they have, and likewise the community will support them, I know.
Yeah, I think it's an opportunity for them to showcase themselves. And then so from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock, we'll have Tehachapi Hometown Christmas on Green Street. The street will be closed. There's going to be nonprofits. The Knights of Columbus has a food drive. So if you want to bring in a non-perishable food item, they'll be collecting those for their Christmas family meals they'll be giving away. We've got Toys for Tots will be here. So if you got an unwrapped present, maybe you can go over to Darlene's Toys, who'll be offering
Absolutely.
10% off all day at the store there on Green Street, and put that in the Toys for Tots box. We'll have the Salvation Army with the bell ringers. There's some other organizations and churches that'll be doing different events and activities for the kids and families. Just I guess the vibe is people are excited about what they can call a Hallmark type feeling.
Right.
Is to come downtown and enjoy Christmas.
Right.
You know, that vibe of closing the street and having different vendors there, and we wanted it to be hyper local. So we've asked the nonprofits to do things and promote their programs, and some of the businesses will be spilling out. One of them is Mill Street Kitchen in Tehachapi.
Oh, Tehachapi. Oh, that is the best pie. And that is the best gift, by the way. If you want to get a gift for someone, the Tehachapi is fantastic. No one's ever had a pie like it. The crust is the best. It's sorry, Grandma, but it's better than my grandma's. It is so good. Yeah.
And what's nice is with that is they're going to have a booth set up, and they'll sell whole pies and ready to eat pies, and then also offering a special in store because they can't bring everything that they represent at the store because they've got all kinds of jellies and their store on Mill Street has got an amazing selection of pre-made meals and things.
Oh yeah.
And so if you swing by their booth, they will have coupons to take back to the store and check out. So there's going to be a ton of things. You know, we want people to come down, enjoy the event, and then go into our local businesses that are participating on Tehachapi Boulevard, Green Street, F Street, Mill Street, Robinson, and use those as a warming station if you need it.
That's right. That's right. Tehachapi also sells a wide variety of teas and prepackaged gift baskets. And if you have not had jalapeno blackberry jam,
Ooh.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's sweet and hot, and they sell all sorts of homemade jams like that and fudges as well.
And you know what's kind of neat is as we started to put this out in our social media, we started getting response from others that didn't get a chance to come to the planning meeting and said, hey, I want to be involved. One of those was Golden Hills IT at the corner of Tucker and Tehachapi Boulevard, our little computer store that we've got. They said, hey, we participate. We sponsor Little League. We sponsor this.
That's right.
We want to be a part of this. And we're like, yeah, absolutely. You don't have to be downtown to participate. So they're going to be offering special deals at Golden Hills IT at the corner of Valley and Tucker. So it's across the entire community that the businesses businesses are saying, hey, I'm in. And we've got an interactive map that you can find on our website at liveuptehachapi.com. Go to Tehachapi Hometown Christmas, and there's a Google map, and we've got all the different stores that are participating on that map, and it'll show what their special is, or at least what the location is. So it's kind of cool. What we're doing is a little bit different with this event. We want it to be hyper-local, but send people into our mom and pop shops.
That's right. Our mom and pop shops are all throughout this community. But yeah, it's wonderful. And Daniel Burgess over at Tehachapi IT just does a great job. He really does, or Golden Hills IT. He does a great job, and he is very active. And he's a new business. I mean, he's opened up in this last year, so fantastic.
And with this Tehachapi Hometown Christmas, it ends at 5 o'clock, and it seems to me that there's something that starts right after that. What is that?
The extravaganza, the Tehachapi Christmas Parade.
There we go.
Yes, so we stage at 4 o'clock, starting at 4 o'clock at the Kmart parking lot, and behind it, we have close to 50 entries, and I'll tell you that we are one of the few parades still left in California that has horses. We've got a mounted posse coming in. We've got rodeo queens. We've got all sorts of trucks and cars and vintage cars. And we have people who are dressing up with lights. And it's just going to be so much fun. So much fun.
Are we full, or
we are
are
full.
we? Okay, so if you haven't got your application in, time is up, and it's the parade is set right now.
Yes, it is. It is. We have to pace the cars between with the horses. We have to be careful that there's nothing loud. We've got a marching band. We've got musical instruments throughout. We've got carolers. We've got the works. So we are full, and it's going to be a great event, and we're really excited about it. David Shaw and his wife Barbara have been organizing this for 22 years. If you can imagine that. We're very blessed to have them, but it's going to be a great event and lots of fun for the kids.
You can watch the parade along F Street, and as you said, it starts at the Kmart there, and it runs from F Street. It'll run east all the way to Snyder.
That's correct.
And then everything will be turned around and go back to the Kmart to unload.
That's
or
correct.
Let passengers get off along E Street just due to public safety.
That's correct. Well, we've got lots of floats, and some of the floats have somewhere between 30 to 50 people participating. And so it's just safer that everyone gets together at the Kmart parking lot, gets their float together, then returns back to where they started. We're going to have a lot of road closures with everything going on downtown.
Right.
We're expecting a lot of foot traffic, which is fantastic. I think what we're doing is going to make it a safer, more open event. Just get here a little early and enjoy what's going on downtown. Go through some of the businesses, grab a bucket of food, a bucket of chicken and biscuits over at Kelsey's, or go to Red House Barbecue and get some wonderful, I like their pulled pork. My husband likes their brisket. You can't go wrong with either. Bring a blanket and sit on the curb and have some wonderful food and make some creative memories. This event, it reminds me of when we grew up on the farm. Our whole family would get together and we'd make, paper snowflakes and decorate ornaments. And this feels like a big family Christmas.
It does. And if you want to hear the announcing portion, that's
Sure.
going to be done right at Green and F Street.
That's
So
correct.
the city has speakers where if you sit along F Street within that corridor, I believe between Curry to Robinson.
That's correct.
You can hear the speakers and the announcers will announce who's in it. If you don't need to know who it is and you already know everybody that's in the parade or just want to enjoy the lights, you can sit.
That's right,
in
because
other areas.
the floats themselves have music, and they are a marching band. So there's lots of noise, lots of activity, lots of things to see and look at. But if you'd like to know, what each of those floats are, you get closer to Snyder and Robinson so that you can hear the announcer.
And then Kelsey's and Red House Barbecue both have to-go family Christmas parade specials.
That's right.
So you can get smoked turkey or ham at Red House. They've got a family hot dog meal at Kelsey's. The Hitching Post is going to have its snack bar open, so there'll be opportunities to grab little goodies to enjoy while you're watching the parade.
And I believe Village Grill has something going on too.
Yeah, they haven't given us the announcement yet. They said
Okay.
they wanted to participate. There was a couple of restaurants. Gracian said they wanted to do something. They haven't got back to us with those. But Red House and Kelsey's both have said yes, and the Hitching Post. We're in, and we're going to have these things available.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a great event.
Yeah. And then when the parade ends, we've got the tree lighting ceremony that takes place over at the depot. So Santa will be rushed from the parade back over to the depot so he can help throw the switch, and we officially light the Christmas tree.
Isn't that fantastic?
It is. And with that, you mentioned some street closures. So we're going to do for the first time is we're going to close Tehachapi Boulevard between Curry all the way to Robinson. So that way it's safer, because because we have spillover. There's been spillover in the past, meaning there's been so many people that want to crowd into the depot that it actually kind of gets out in the street and becomes unsafe. We felt we needed to close Tehachapi Boulevard.
Right.
So once the parade clear on F Street clears Curry, it'll be kind of like a rolling closure that kind of follows the end of the parade.
That's right.
And we'll open those streets, but we will also close Tehachapi Boulevard at that point. So that way people, once they've seen the parade, can make their way over the depot for the tree lighting ceremony. So just understand there will be small detours. It might take you a couple of extra minutes to get from point A to point B.
Right.
Or if you don't want to deal with detours, avoid the downtown area, during that time if you have to. But just know that there will be some blocking of traffic for public safety because there will be that many people there. Every year there is.
Well, and those minor adjustments that we make it a more beautiful event, where moms don't have to worry about their kids running out in the street. It's fine. We're opening the street. They're safe. It's protected. And that's what we want. We want it to be fun and safe and caring and memorable. Yeah. And we want it to be a positive experience. And I think it will be. Yeah. It always is.
There's plenty of public parking at the park and ride that's next to our antique stores there on Tehachapi Boulevard. You've got public parking on Robinson over by City Hall. So there's different parking areas that are walkable to all these activities. And
that's right.
You won't get caught in a closure.
Well, there's a lot going on throughout the whole community. So you won't be bored. You can always pop into a shop, warm up, maybe find a Christmas gift for yourself or for a family member, or grab some wonderful food and then hop back out, enjoy. We're very blessed to have that cooler weather in the winter. It's a wonderful respite and we enjoy it tremendously, and it makes it for a more magical night.
And then once we've finished with the tree lighting ceremony, and there'll be a little entertainment that's there on the deck of the depot. At the BK Theater, TCTA debuts A Christmas Story. So it goes on. So at 7:30, they're going to be on stage with their first performance of this run of A Christmas Story. From 8 a.m. to about 9 p.m., it's nonstop activity in the city of Tehachapi. This is going to be a lot of fun. And we haven't even talked about what's going on at the wineries this weekend.
Oh my gosh. No, we haven't. You're going to have Claire in here to talk about that, because that could be another 30 minutes in and of itself. There's so much. But again, we're very fortunate to have an economy that's doing so well in this community.
Yeah. And this is about, as we talked about, the supporting our small businesses. So if think about walking around while you're down here and poke your head in a store. And if you haven't been in there, take a look and see, and then you can go, oh, I didn't realize that was here, because we do have a few new stores. Wild Roots is new.
Wild Roots is new and fabulous. They have some amazing local artisans who sell leather jewelry boxes, keychains, purses. She does a really good job at Wild Roots. Matter of fact, I believe they got Business of the Year for the area in the Tehachapi News.
And they're going to be offering 20% off your entire purchase for this event. So, I mean, they've bought in. They're a part of this event and said, hey, we want to bring people in. So there are things to check out. We've got activities. Check out our website. We've got a full list. It's so hard to run down everything now because it's grown so much.
And have you been to the Mud Hut?
I have not.
Oh my goodness. I went in there last week, and they're going to have specials during this event as well. I went into the Mud Hut last week and got, I know it's going to sound ridiculous, but dog bowls that you can paint. And my kids and I sat around after Thanksgiving and we painted dog bowls for each of one of our dogs. And it was the best experience. And we're so excited to get them back. But they've got some cute things that you can personalize. And I saw a little girl using her hand to make a reindeer. It was of her handprint. And so her mom's always going to have that on a coffee mug. There's adorable things. And your imagination is your only limitation. So stop in there. It's a family owned and operated business, a mother and a daughter. And it's just fantastic.
And they're on Robinson Street, right across from City Hall between F Street and Tehachapi Boulevard. So there's just a ton of businesses that are decided, we're going to keep our doors open during these events and invite you to come in. If it's a little chilly, step inside, get warm, see what they've got to offer, and they probably have some special that's going on. But we want people to shop small all month.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
Support our local businesses. They are our neighbors.
That's right. And everyone enjoys getting something from a small business as well. It makes the recipient of those gifts enjoy the gift that much more.
Yeah.
And, we're like 6 degrees of separation here in town. We really are.
Yeah.
That shop owner, it might very well be your niece's Little League coach or your teacher's husband. Or, it's just, we are very, very much connected in this community.
Totally agree. Jeanette, anything that we haven't talked about that you want to mention?
No. I think we covered a great deal. But if you are at that time in your business where you're evaluating what your goals are for next year and you'd love just to have a conversation with me to see if we can help you, please do. Text me at 661-238 877-8177. You're going to laugh, but when the train goes by, I lose internet connection on my phone. That's why I have people text. Or email me at chamber@tehachapi.com and let's set up a Friday appointment and see how we can help you. But I'd love for people to join the chamber. I think we can help you and help this community grow.
Excellent. And think about shopping small this holiday season and year round. They are the backbone of our local economy. These are our neighbors. So, and I look forward to 2023, all the things that you've got, the ideas. And I know this next year is yours to you've kind of followed through on what had been historical. And you go, hey, we can grow in these certain areas. We can do these things for these businesses. And I see 2023 as being an exciting year at the Chamber.
It is. And believe it or not, we're already planning Mountain Festival in August.
Oh, and
we're already having the 60th Mountain Festival. Can you believe that?
And you're looking for new board members as well. Are people in the business community that might be interested in how? And same thing, to send you that text?
Yeah, just email me at chamber@tehachapi.com as to what you would like to see of the chamber and how you think you could contribute. It requires about 5 hours a month of voluntary time. And then, of course, with the Mountain Festival, I need your assistance for that. But if you're a business who specializes in marketing or finance, or if you feel that there's a way that you could help this community in business, I'd love to hear from you.
Perfect. Okay, there you go. Jeanette Pauer from our Greater Tehachapi Chamber of Commerce, and we're going to be back on a regular schedule doing this show, giving business updates, chamber updates on what's going on here in the Greater Tehachapi area. So, Jeanette, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, and thanks for having me, and have a wonderful New Year.
And if there's any questions that you may have, please send them to us here at media@tehachapicityhall.com. We appreciate the time you spend with us, and we'll catch you again soon.
Tehachapod is a conversation about Tehachapi designed for the people who live here or who would like to know more about this mountaintop community. If you have a question you would like answered, email media@tehachapicityhall.com. We will try to answer it on a future episode of Tehachapod.